I'm just going down to sleep, and as I'm laying here in bed, I am communing with my higher self, Source God Consciousness. And as I was speaking, communing with my higher self, expressing my love for my higher consciousness, and saying, I love my higher self. It came into my thought that I also love my lower self. You see, it is a common notion that we prefer our higher self over our human lower self. And there's always a negative sentiment attached to our lower self. But it is still, I feel, it is still you. It is still part of me. Whether that's lower self or higher self, it's still me. It's just different aspects of me. And so I don't want to continue in the old mindset of alienating my lower self, but rather ingather it all together like a hen gathers her chicks. I want to ingather all aspects of me, the shadows and the light, the lower and the higher, and become a unified being of consciousness. Because the lower self is really just the unconscious part, the unaware part of our self. It is still you, it is still me, and the last thing I want to do is vilify and put at odds any aspect of me. I lived in that negativity for 35 years as a Christian by wrongly understanding or misunderstanding the translated phrase of deny yourself. And yes, initially we gravitate toward denying the carnal, the egoic aspect of ourselves in order to gain the higher mind, the higher aspect. But the more I mature, I find that there is nothing in me that is meant to be shunned. Nothing. Everything is meant to be unified and come under the one umbrella of the source consciousness that my soul is, and to be guided by the soul, by the I am essence, the I am awareness, the I am consciousness, and thus making the whole being one, whole and complete. So no, I'm not going to say, oh, I love you, my higher self, and I loathe you, my lower self. No, I love them both equally. I love both aspects equally as myself, for they are aspects of my being. So, I love the higher consciousness that is me, and I love the unconscious part that is me equally. And together, as one, we can strike at a beautiful balance of wholesomeness and unity, union, sacred union within.